the macro environment around custody digital assets is expected to be close to $10 trillion by the year 2030. And inevitably, people are going to need a place to store those assets, and safe, secure, and they're going to need to be able to transfer them as well, having good on and off ramps, even a tokenization engine, some of the work Ripple is doing around central bank digital currencies or CBDCs. So we think there's a lot of pieces that come together, and we already had, and I remember when you and I first spoke, I remember being on a call with one of the largest top 10 banks in the world, and a bank Ripple was already working with, and they were asking us about, could we help them with their custody? This is prior to the Medico acquisition, and we weren't in a position to do that. And so when we think about that synergy, the ability to say to that existing Ripple customer, hey, here's a best in class, going head to head time and time again and winning on the custody level, to be able to bring that product to them, I think is a great opportunity for the two companies together.
Going to a different economy, and we're going to be learning more about that as we go. But clearly, we're learning that things can be done from remote locations. We're learning that technology can replace people even more than we thought.
We're not going back to the same economy. We're recovering, but to a different economy, and it'll be one that is more leveraged to technology. And I worry that is going to make it even more difficult than it was for many workers.
In Silicon Valley, and my friends who work in technology know that what we did to the manufacturing workers, we are now going to do to the retail workers, the call center workers, the fast food workers, the truck drivers, and then even bookkeepers, accountants, insurance agents, lawyers, and on through the economy. So what happened to the manufacturing workers is a very clear sign.
And so we'll import Chinese-based CBDC technology. So it's going to be CBDC in a box provided to you by the People's Bank of China.
But every stock, every bond, every currency, every commodity, every piece of art, every private business, every piece of real estate will eventually be a token on a blockchain, an entry on a ledger, permanent and immutable. We will have truth instead of trust, and we will save over $7 trillion a year. 6 to 8% of global GDP is wasted by the friction of the trust industry that's necessary when you have dual entry accounting. With triple entry accounting, which is what a blockchain is, we get rid of all of that friction. It's a beautiful future.
Like what you see in China and their social credit scoring systems, right? If we get identity wrong, it could be a tool to enslave humanity. And if we get it right, it could be a tool to liberate humanity. And as an American, I'm obviously rooting for the one that's on the side of freedom.
Bitcoin is an international asset. And also, I do believe the role of crypto is, it's digitizing gold.
I actually believe this technology is going to be very important. Look at it. We have been part of a huge revolution in investing through ETFs. We believe that ETFs will be changing the whole way we invest. Many people still use it as a means, people are investing it for indexing. No, the majority of people who are putting money in in ETFs are active investors that are buying exposure. The entire bond market is being transformed as we talk right now. I believe the next generation for markets, the next generation for securities will be tokenization of securities. And if we can have that distributed ledger that we know every beneficial owner, every beneficial seller, we all have our code of who's buying, who's selling, instantaneous settlement. And think about it, it changes the whole ecosystem.
Welcome to the Crypto Teacher. And guys, please like and subscribe if you do like what you're listening to. Please inform your friends and family and spread it all over social media. It is imperative that we get back to learning finances and understand how the world really works, because once we understand how the world really works, we understand that it is all planned out. Now, I want to thank those who purchased the books Cryptoteacher and the New World Order book. Remember, the New World Order book shows you how the world really works, and it is definitely time for you to wake up out of that sleep, especially in the times that we're in right now. Now, guys, I told you in 2023 in the first quarter, we would get an event. And now we have the banking collapse, which the master magicians pulled off the perfect distraction. And at the end of the third quarter, going into the fourth quarter, guys, we're going to have another main event. Now, of course, the markets will still pump and dump until we get that next crisis. Guys, we know they're going to pull that rug. And all we have to do is watch the Fed to know exactly when that's about to happen. And also, guys, I want to thank those who purchased the 3 Kids books. It's time to re-educate. Also, much love to those who donate to the Cash App, Patreon. Much love. Keep it coming. Guys, if you're not a part of the Patreon, make sure you're donating to the channel through the actual Cash App. But guys, this next Bitcoin and crypto bull run is going to be a utility run. So you want to make sure you have the cryptos that have real utility. And much love to those who are shopping at both stores. Keep it coming. And of course, guys, we get into Bitcoin and cryptos first.
Don't forget to like and subscribe to the channel.
And right now, guys, we have Bitcoin and crypto moving up. And we had Bitcoin hit 30,000 before pulling back. And we know what the NWO likes to do. They like to price it in. And we know a Bitcoin ETF and Ethereum spot Bitcoin ETF is definitely getting approved. And in the stock Patreon for the premium members, I put the newsletter in to show you how you can profit off of it. I'm not your financial advisor, not financial advice. Please do your own research. But you have to understand right now, these cryptos move together. Research definitely pays off. And you have to route it until things change. Now, guys, I know a lot of you have been asking me to do another video on the drums of beating. I'm definitely going to do one for the stock Patreon and the crypto Patreon probably on Monday. My son has football games, and I told him I'll take him to an event for this weekend. So I'm going to be busy this weekend, but I'm definitely going to be bringing you those videos. But guys, we have stocks pulling back again in the stock Patreon. I tell you why. Guys, the calendar in there, you can clearly see when we're going to have options, different events that happen during the month. That calendar is very, very important. Now, we have Bitcoin SV getting a pump. We have Solana. We have XRP news. Of course, XRP is getting a slight pump also. And I'll be going over that later on in the video. Now, we have JP Morgan says they expect a spot Bitcoin ETF in the coming months. And guys, we know that is definitely facts. We know they like to price it in before the announcement. Will we still have pullbacks? Yes, we will. But the fact is they're going to price in majority of it. Remember, we already have spot Bitcoin ETFs around the globe. But guys, make sure you're paying attention to the actual indicators. We have yield rates, in which my second video is going to be mainly about yield rates, because that allows you to know where the market is actually going unless we have an event. And of course, in crypto, we have these spot Bitcoin ETFs and Ethereum spot ETFs that are going to get approved. But as yield rates rise, it's not good for stocks. And then right now we have the dollar slightly up. We know the dollar is still strong, which it should be moving up even further, but it's not. And then, of course, in crypto, we have volume up. In order to make a big move, guys, either up or down, you have to have volume. And then we have Tether and USDC. We have Circle launches Web3 development platform for Web2 developers. Also, we have Tether will publish reserve data in real time in 2024. And the Tether movie is going to be interesting this year because we know they were buying a lot of treasuries. And remember, the Cryptoteacher told you. And then, of course, guys, we have the Fed. Repo at $1.11 trillion. And we had Jerome in the house yesterday talking about yields, talking about the economy. And this was the worst interview Jerome Powell's ever had. Plus, he had talking points, note cards right in his hand. And it still was horrible. And then on top of it, you had the protesters, which you can clearly see that was planned. They're sitting on stage. How did they even get up there? Remember, guys, you're watching a movie. And we can clearly see the holes in the economy. We know the Fed is going to hold these rates as high as possible to break everything up. Remember, we're in a fragmented world, but we can clearly see there's going to be an event where the Fed is going to have to start cutting rates. We are paying hundreds of billions of dollars on the current debt. Remember, their goal is to give us universal basic income. So take all this debt and turn it into equity. There is no such thing as debt when it's in your currency. Now that all these countries are getting off the dollar, now the debt matters. But that's the reason why we're going to be going through hyperdeflation, and the machines are coming in, and then plus the people get to sit at home and get free money. But remember, that's only going to last for a little while. That's the reason why they're creating the metaverse. All this fake food, everything is fake. Nothing is real. And remember, the crypto teacher told you. Now, guys, do not forget about Grayscale, sent about $22.9 billion. But getting over into a little crypto news. And this is the biggest news that's not going to make the news. We have the DTCC acquires blockchain startup Securrency to fast-track DeFi efforts. And guys, we know DeFi is definitely the new banking. DTCC is a member of the Fed and regulated by the SEC. Do not get distracted. We know the drums are beating. All these events that are going on around us is an illusion so they can start building the fourth industrial revolution. Whether robots, algorithms, and drones take the economy over, pay each other with crypto, and the sheep go inside the metaverse. And remember, the crypto teacher told you. Now we have Binance's new partnership allows new euro fiat payments, and we will see how long that lasts. We know the Binance movie continues. Now we have Google Cloud teams up with MultiverseX amid blockchain firm focus on the metaverse. Also, we have Metaverse Tech gets U.S. green light to use speedier 6 gigahertz frequency. And don't forget the goal. That's the reason why I keep telling you guys, the metaverse is to take this whole real world and put it into the virtual world. And their goal is to get you stuck in the metaverse, stuck in that box, stuck in the web, the internet. You're entering into the web. You're entering into the net. You're stuck in there. You can't get out. They're going to download you and then delete you. You'll be in there buying fake goods thinking it's real. Buying fake food thinking it's real. And remember, the crypto teacher told you. Now we had Meta chief AI scientists say AI won't threaten humans. And guys, we know who's building all these machines, language models, algorithms. And when it comes to the machines, we know Elon Musk tells us the truth. It will be man versus machine. And who controls the data controls the world. The same way a handful of people control the world, the same handful of people are going to control all this data, but then they'll get an opportunity to blame the machines instead of the people who funded all this and control all of it. And remember, the crypto teacher told you. And then lastly, guys, we have the SEC drops charges against Ripple CEO Brad Garlinghouse and Chris Larsen. And this lets us know they're ready for the fourth industrial revolution to start to get underway. Remember, I told you, regulation will come in 2024. Emerging markets will kick off the fourth industrial revolution in 2024. The United States will follow behind them in 2025. And these next 3 to 5 years, they're going to unleash all this technology. You're going to wonder what happened. But we know the purpose of Bitcoin and crypto are for the machines. So not only are humanity able to use this technology, but the machines are going to be the main ones who are going to be able to use it. XRP and XLM are going to be very important for the emerging markets because they're moving money cross-border. But the fact is, guys, you're going to have the rise of the machines. And we're seeing all the layoffs globally. And then on top of it, we have all these strikes going on. But we just need that one crisis so they can bring in this digital transformation. And remember, the crypto teacher told you. Because he knows when it comes to the NWO, it's all planned out. But guys, all I have for you. Don't forget about the books, Crypto Teacher and the New World Order book, plus the 3